My beautiful stars, reading time. I've got a new setup and I'm not going to lie, it feels a little bit awkward because it's not how I usually film. So hopefully you guys like this setup. If you don't like it, let me know and we'll go back to how we normally place the phone camera. But today, no contact, their true feelings and intentions. I was actually going to do this yesterday and I couldn't get the message out. So I feel for the right collective yesterday. It just wasn't the day for you to watch it. You could have been quite frustrated, or it could have been the opposite. Maybe you're extremely overwhelmed. But me not wanting to record it, message in itself. But let's see. Alright, so I just quickly want to see the main collective's feelings and then the person connected to you, and then we'll break it down. Alright, main collective, your feelings, intentions towards this person. Okay. Alright, so your feelings, you're feeling extremely confused right now. 7 of Cups. You could feel like you're in a little bit of an illusion here. You could feel that it's a bit of wishfulness, hoping for this person to come through. Now, clearly they haven't really made the right effort when it comes to this connection. 7 of Coins in reverse, 7 of Cups upright. This is a card of, it really feels like taking steps backwards. So maybe with this dynamic, every time there has been some form of ignition to go forward, something always sets you guys back, and it feels like it's just not worth your effort anymore. It's feeling very aimless. Now with this 3 of Cups, I do think you are going out, you're having a good time, or you're noticing that you're starting to become a little bit more social than you were, maybe when this first happened or in the past. But I am also hearing specifically, especially if you guys kind of share the same group of friends or you live quite close to each other and you have something coming up, maybe you feel like you're going to bump into this person. Or as well, I'm hearing another reason this could have really started to stir up in you again. Maybe you just went out and you did like bump into this person, but clearly no words were exchanged. Just quickly, I just want to confirm with... Alright, so the confusion, main thing. Okay, you clearly, when it comes to difficulties and obstacles here, you guys must have a really hard or confronting kind of communication style. I think part of the confusion you have here, no matter how many obstacles or how much this weighs you down or the lack of effort, you just feel like your heart's still kind of devoted to this situation. And I feel this collective, you probably have frustration with yourself because of it. Another thing, this is a card of pride and ego and self-esteem. I think when it comes to the confidence, maybe you feel this person, another reason maybe they're a little bit more quiet with their emotion is the lack of confidence that they have when it comes to you. But intuitively, I feel you both struggle with confidence when it comes to this. But clearly these difficulties, these obstacles, it's like you guys just can't seem to overcome it. Again, these steps back emotionally. Okay. Lack of effort. Oh gosh, so they're definitely not manning up. You're not seeing that masculinity in them. Makes sense with the pride and ego. So I think when it comes to that Emperor kind of energy, when it comes to kind of putting the stability, soothing the chaos, they're not stepping up to the plate, which is another reason that you're probably frustrated at yourself. You probably don't want to have to take the lead when it comes to this connection. You could be a collective, you could be a collective in the past, you actually put excessive amount of effort trying to fix this, but now you're realizing this just isn't worth it. I'm hearing that silly saying, if they wanted to, they would. Definitely a lack of that coming towards you right now. What you're feeling anyway. All right, these gatherings. Okay, Scorpio, that could be an important sign here. Whatever happened, or maybe you're reflecting, you've got the Death card here, maybe you're reflecting on a certain gathering that didn't go to plan. Again, there's a reason I felt this collective. It's either you're about to go somewhere and you think you're going to bump into them, or you did bump into them. Again, no words were exchanged, and maybe this was kind of really overwhelming for you, and it was kind of a breaking point. You started thinking, I've got to let this go. Like, what am I doing? But another thing, I think it is also confirming the right collective. You're starting to socialize again. I do think you're going through some form of transformative energy in your soul. And I do think for a long time, like, I'm seeing a little bit of a hermit's journey here. Talking to myself, I just wanted to get one more, and you got the Owl card, and I popped it just intuitively over the top of this Seven of Coins in reverse with this Emperor. I think you feel, but again, your leading card is Seven of Cups. I do think you feel like you're starting to see through the facade of it all, and I do think you're starting to get strength in areas, especially when it comes to their action, that you were really blinded to, or lack of blinded to in the past. But this card is about secrets being lifted and new insights and clarity. It's like there's certain missing information that may come to the table. And I do think this collective, even though you feel like you're starting to see a clearer day when it comes to this, I do think sometimes you still hold on to, is the lack of effort because of X, Y, and Z. There's clearly things here that haven't been spoken. Like I said with this Seven of Cups, it doesn't feel like a clean break. It doesn't feel like you chose to go into no contact amicably, like you had a conversation. This is getting really tough. Communication doesn't feel good. Maybe we need a little bit of time apart. Maybe we need to try and go into no contact for a little bit. Like, it just feels how this was left was quite childish, right? But this main collective, important numbers, 16, 15, Aries and Scorpio have come out as well. Clearly sevens are important for you guys too. Okay, let's just quickly see their feelings right now, their intentions, and then we'll really break it down. Okay. All right, so right now feelings, Eight of Swords in reverse, they're definitely finding strength in their emotion. They're conquering self-doubt. So this collective, you do feel there's a lack of confidence in this dynamic, not just for them, but you. There's something here about this person's really trying to take their power back and set free from the mental imprisonment that they've been in. I just think this person, clearly whatever this is, it's caused a lot of mental anxiety because they have such a focus on, again, they feel they're getting their strength back, which is good. Oh, that's very good. So they're going through a lot of internal lessons right now, their intention. So they clearly, there's something here that you've made them reflect when it comes to themselves internally. So it makes sense with this. This clearly hasn't been easy for them. It's drug up a lot of emotion, but I think right now this person connected to you, there could be, and I will get into detail, for this person to really want to be on top of their emotion and on top of their, especially if it is a lot of mental anxiety and just kind of fixation and obsession, they're starting to realize this is clearly not a healthy emotion for them. And unfortunately, when it comes to you collective, if you were someone that can drag up this excessive emotion and they're starting to realize this, it feels like they're in the stage, it's like, I've got to keep this at an arm's distance, right? They do, like you with this Seven of Cups, this Hanged Man in reverse, the uncertainty, the delays, the stalling, again, the lack of focus that they have. I do think that you can consume them, and the biggest thing I feel right now, this person doesn't like that you can consume them. Do they fret like you about how this is on pause? And I don't think they like that it's on hold. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. I feel this person just thinks this is unhealthy. The excessive emotion is unhealthy, not just for them, but maybe for you as well. Hold on, I just want one more for this Oh, it's their intention towards you. One, I do think they're trying to find stillness and calm through this internal chaos that they're feeling. But two, I'm seeing you in this energy, and I just feel there's definitely something here. I don't know if this person really struggled with jealousy towards you, or this was a bit of a possessive claiming kind of connection. I just feel this person, by standing by your side, it's like they know a lot of this conflict comes from, unfortunately, this self-esteem, the pride, the ego, which this collective you're very aware of. This is also a card of pregnancy. There could have been, I've got quite a few collectives here that unfortunately there's some form of detail with pregnancy fertility that creates roadblocks for you guys. But again, this is over what they're internally going through. So I do think it's the reflection of who you are, and do you align with values or where you are at life right now. But I do think they're trying to come into a divine feminine energy, more compassion, more understanding. But I always say that starts with self. You need to really know how to fill up your own cup before you fill up someone else's cup. So I'm not feeling a negative energy here. I'm actually feeling an energy that's going into deep self-reflection. For me to hear that this person doesn't want that unhealthy dynamic, that's actually a very good thing. It means this person, because you've got this emperor here, right? You've got the emperor, they've got the empress. You don't want the chaos that they bring. So the fact they're in reflection of that, that's good. But I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if you feel this person brings more chaos and stability, you can see in their soul as well, they kind of feel the same, right? I just feel you guys, again, I said, communication just doesn't seem to be your strong suit for each other. It feels like this can just get quite triggering, which we always talk about, the emotional blocks, right? Our vulnerabilities, our shadow that starts from 3 or 4. When I'm tapping into a dynamic, you've got your blocks, they've got their blocks. Now, if you're not the most self-aware about your own triggered state, your armored state, and they're not, when armored state comes up, instead of understanding this is coming from a place of vulnerability in each other, you guys let it trigger you guys, right? So then it becomes very blocked when it comes to foundation and growing with one another, because in that triggered state, you're meant to learn to soothe one another, right? But instead of soothing, you start accelerating because you're taking it personally. And I just feel, I'm seeing that broken mirror energy. I just feel you guys, your armors would just be so triggering to one another instead of having understanding. It was coming from a broken place for both of you, right? Okay, so instead of soothing the nervous system, you guys would accelerate with a lack of understanding. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. All right, what are they getting their strength back with? Oh, they are. This is good. So you've got a rebirth card as well. Butterfly energy. So they are going through a metamorphosis. They're embracing change. I think they're really trying to embody what that Empress energy really brings for us, right? Which is really good. Evolution of the soul. They're rising up. They know they need to reinvent themselves. So they're not playing the victim, which is good. Which is good. All right, this internal. Oh, divine intervention has created this. I always say, when divine intervention takes a hold, especially if you guys bumped into each other serendipitously, when the divine's at play with this, you're that far off your timeline that the universe has to create some form of ignition, some form of tower energy. This one's been internal reflection with this. It's like they've been activated into some, which comes from a storm, some form of loss, to kind of realign us, right? So you guys clearly, when it comes to this dynamic, if the divine's at play here to kind of realign something, this is good. But I will say, right now, I know we're just in the first part, but they've got nothing on their mind about acceleration here. They've got nothing on their mind. 8 of Wands, even if it was like the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, there's nothing here that's showing me this person's stressing about coming forward. It's more the deep reflection, which is actually a very good thing, because especially around this time, just gone into Mercury retrograde. I'm pretty sure on the 28th we've got like all of the planets aligning in the night sky. Like it's just universally, cosmically, there's so much going on. So the fact they've got this with the Falcon rising above, shifting their focus, connecting to their higher self, huge internal changes are coming, right? There's something about their third eye, their far-reaching vision, their intuition that's being activated. So this is a very good energy. All right, this uncertainty. Seeking truth, discovering themselves, tapping into their compass. So the uncertainty, I know this is feelings right now towards this, but they could be questioning destiny. Are you part of their future path? Like I said, this just seems very deep. Their life path, seeking truth, discovery, trying to find their way. They want to understand where they're going in life. This is a card of making a plan. I just think this person's kind of, when it's coming to the excessive pain and anxiety, it's like this is what's making them want to reflect and understand why they get to this state, why they act a certain way, why they fixate, so it makes sense that they don't want to feel. It makes sense why they're reflecting on how it's unhealthy. It's like it's all little stepping stones, right, to get to this. And it's because they want to understand what is their path in life, what are they seeing for the future. This is odd because I feel this collective, you feel this person may be a commitment phobe, or there's this and that. I think it's completely different. I actually feel this person, again, they're shutting down for a reason, and because they haven't made their mind up, and because they're not completely aware of what they want from this or even from themselves, this person's not playing with this collective. This is why they're choosing silence. So I don't think this person comes in intentionally to do this. If anything, I actually feel this collective, this isn't someone that pops in every couple days or a week or two. This feels like this could be a bit more distance here, because to have these here, this person does not purposely want to toy with you for the right collective. So if you've got someone that toys with you and makes fake promises, and I'm not feeling that from this person. I don't think they've made you any fake promises since this no contact, right? And even if you've had a couple of movements towards you, maybe when you first went into no contact, I'm hearing this for a reason. Even then, I don't think this person was giving you fake promises. They could have just checked in, which could have been quite confronting, but like this is really, really nice energy for self. Let's get one more for them. That flew on your side. They asked to get one more, but it flew on your side. But anyway, you got air sign. Things are developing, but right now there's too many nerves, right? So you did get a communication card, but it's nervous communication. And I don't think they want to be flighty. I don't think they want to. And again, because they're so on top of their emotion, when they're feeling nerves and stuff, that it's like they're pushing it away, which is a good thing. It means they're trusting their body. I always say this to you guys. I always say if someone's making you nervous or anxious, or you're pacing, or that is your body saying this is off limits, right? It's like you're just getting this adrenaline rush. Safe people aren't meant to make your body react that kind of way, right? And I feel this person, I wouldn't say they understand that at a deep level, maybe the way I explained it, but they get that this nervousness and this kind of, it's not good. So even though things are developing through this, which is beautiful, they're being smarter about it. This is the card of the genius, the intellect, right? And I think this person's trying to find the logic of their emotion, is making sense. But they are curious. They do think about communication, but they're trying to be intellectual with this. They're gathering information right now, which you can see. Okay, so main collective, that's your, now let's break it down. Okay, that's good. You've got a, I'm not going to speak too soon. All right, hold on a sec. All right, first I just want to see what's around your heart space, you guys. That's what I felt at the start. This has been some time, and I said it just before as well. You could be a collective, maybe a bit longer of a period of no contact. This has needed time. It's taken a lot of time, and you guys have had cycles. So when I had that little deviation and I said maybe at the start of this they came in a couple times, but again, I don't think this collective, they've ever given you fake promises. But this has been healing, time to heal, progression. Oh my God, I was not feeling that. Healthier choices, which I think you're both making right now. Don't make it fit. Making healthier choices in love, in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. You can see it with this collective as well, with that Three of Cups. Now you do have this expression of love. There's something here about this person focusing on it, but they're pushing it away, right? They're too nervous right now, but it is brewing around your heart space. Someone expresses their love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. But this string along, this option energy, not good. There's certain decisions that need to be made here, but there is a reason I specifically have said now a couple times, I don't feel this person has strung you along. Where I feel this collective, you might think that they have, but maybe through the silence. Again, I don't agree with maybe how it was left. I do feel it was left quite immaturely, but I do not think for the right collective this person's come in and toyed with you. I think because of maybe the impatience you guys have, or the lack of communication, or maybe if they have come in and just breadcrumbed and kind of been like, hey, or like to, I think you think that they're stringing you along. I will confirm, but there's a reason I've focused on that detail. Just talking to myself. So underneath the clock, you got the palm tree and you got heart with the keys. So confirming time, because this is about endurance. But through the endurance, through the time, you guys have been creating internal stability. If you know it or not, this collective, you would know yourself that you have been shifting your internal stability. But especially because you're focusing on that Emperor energy in your main, like how you're feeling, that would be even internal for you. You're wanting to thrive in stability, no longer thrive in that chaos. I do think you both are growing. Maybe this person, you haven't seen their growth, so again that adds to confusion. Like I said, I'm really going to break them down in this reading, but through this clock and palm tree energy, palm trees could be a sign for you. And this is probably where that Seven of Cups comes over you, because of that owl energy. It's like, I think you get confused that this person still can hold the key to your heart, especially if there's a seed of you thinking that this person's been stringing you along, right? But again, around your heart's energy, I think you're trying to fight your heart space right now, because it's clearly here for both of you. All right, healthier choices through the triggers, the turmoil, the resentment, the karmic lessons. So you're finally learning from those fires, and clearly this person is as well. But letting go, loving you, that's kind of where you are right now. That's where they are right now as well. You're both focusing on self-love, which is beautiful. I want one more for that. Maybe you've put this in the category of a karmic relate. Oh, and then the heartbreak card comes out. Okay. I'm on the fence with this. I'll get a couple of how the universe sees this. This could be, I always say love is love. I don't know why people are, oh, that's karmic, that's this, that's that. When you're in love, right? And I even say this for twin flames, divines. This gets so blurred because actually twins are more triggering than karmics, right? They can even be misread in birth charts. So it doesn't matter what the label is, but definitely with the triggers here, you're finally making the healthier choices through the heartbreak, the deeply hurt, the sad separation, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. You both clearly don't like feeling this. Which for a long time it just blinded you. And I say this in collectives, when I see someone going through this and feeling that they've been strung along and feeling that they're this and that, but you think them just coming back is going to make everything better, you're not seeing the situation properly. I feel this collective, you're finally starting to accept the heartbreak and understand it's not healthy for you to just sit and crave someone that gives you uncertainty and makes you feel like you're always taking steps back. That 7 of Coins in reverse. It's good. All right, this love call, that one's shocked me a bit. Oh my God, sorry. Now that the camera's up there, I realised how intense my face just looked. You've got the dragonfly with this. I was not feeling movement for this collective. You've got finding things out but being lighthearted. That's what you... This is not a good outlook for the right collective, because I don't think it's been done. I think it's your impatience and the fact this person just is in silence. It makes you feel like this. Don't make it fit, because out of all the revelation cards, the clarity, truth, you got the one about be more lighthearted, adapt it and approach it in a healed way, right? And right at the start, I said, I was meant to do this yesterday and I couldn't get the message out, so I left it. And I feel the right collective. There's some form of frustration and anger over you about this person. But I think you need to ask yourself, is there reason to be? If this person's just been silent, like I said, I do feel there was a lack of closure here. But I was feeling 2 broken people when you guys were first in alignment. I don't think this person's come in and out giving you fake promises and continuously burning you, right? Don't make it fit. Like, literally, you got to approach this gently. 2 cards just came out here. Unbreakable. Boss energy. See, maybe your business is really... I'm going to have to get that deck too. Maybe your business is really taking off right now. Maybe this happened. Maybe through all the pain you alchemized, you turned it into greatness. You became... a boss. Okay, that's still going. You're strung along. Oh, they could be watching you. But again, even you guys, there's something to do with spying here, which makes you feel strung along. It could be you. Maybe they feel strung along. There's something about socials. Through watching, looking, stalking, I always say Pandora's box. Always say Pandora's box. You don't want to open that. If you've got them blocked, they've got you blocked, and you're making burners, or you've just unfriended each other, whatever the case, there's something here that's been seen. But also, there could have been... I don't even want to say gaslighting, but I'm going back to that owl card. Maybe the right collective, you feel strung along because of the lack of words. Maybe you do feel this person's gaslighted you or been dishonest about something, although that wasn't in your main feelings. But I definitely think there's something being seen in the background that's activating this key energy. This is around your heart space. We talk about perception. If you have a perception before they come in that they are in this energy, treating you like this, or they do about you and you don't know, and then this person comes in and you go, blah, because there's already a seed, or vice versa, of this, it won't end well. Just saying, especially that was one of the biggest things I'm feeling with this collective when it comes to triggered state. You guys don't know how to deal with one another. Let's get one more for that. Oh, I think it's all in the mind. I think you both think there's deception. I will confirm. I'm going to confirm. Deception. You've got 3 separation cards here. Do you, or just 2? No, you've got 2 separation cards here. Maybe this collective, you feel it's from the separation that they were stringing you along. One more. There's something through spying, though. There is something through spying that there feels to be betrayal, deception, and attack. And it's because of Pandora's box. Something this person's seen, something you... Something you've seen through socials or again through spying. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but if you know that this person knows where you, maybe they've driven past and thought that you had some company or vice versa. I'm hearing that specifically. It's a bit creepy. But I'm also hearing there's a reason you have that owl energy, and I do think how this was left initially, there was definitely lack of truthful words. So I do think around your actual separation, there could have been this. But if ever since your separation, it has just been a likey or a little check, I could understand why you think that this person is just kind of stringing you along and the carrot. But I definitely don't think this person, since you guys have gone through what you went through, your ending, has tried to come back, tried to fix it, asked for a second chance and done it again, right? I think this person's been very protective of their emotion, but I think you both have had moments of this, and I think you both have probably found things that have triggered you to think that this was going on, which made especially this person clam up even more with their emotion because of their lack of confidence towards this. So anyway, just before I want to get my purple deck now with that dragonfly. I wasn't expecting there to be any kind of movement. Maybe it's not this week, but it's brewing. So let's just get that deck. That deck's movement within the week. So if, hold on. Okay, so I'm only going to pull 3 cards. If confession, communicate, or they'll be back comes out in those, or that little yes, the ladybug, we will see if there's movement this week. But if not, it's not going to, although I wouldn't even be wanting movement this week with what's going on cosmically if I was this collective. But anyway, okay. Spy, so they're definitely spying. So that's them. They could be thinking you're stringing them along, this collective. You got date night. Did I allocate date night? I can't see how this person would be coming through. Whoa. They're good cards. I'm going to be honest, I don't think this person's coming in this week. You got 2, maybe 2 weeks. Hold on. Let's get a big dice. How many days? 18. Or the 18th of next month, write that down, or 18 could be an important. I don't think this is coming just yet, but I do think it's brewing. I do think this person they've got such a focus on you and they're really trying to be better within. I do think this person does think of this commitment with that compass, right? But I think they're still on the fence. To have spy here, I would just be very on top of what you're posting, because I feel there is something that this person is seeing that is really triggering them, and it's up to you what you post, but there's something here. I actually think it's this person that just feels like an option to you. If they really are thinking about long-term commitment, wanting to take you out, wine and dine you, but they think you've got many options, and that this is just going to be a string along, and they're so confronted by their emotion and overwhelm, and they don't like to feel this and lack of control when it comes to how they're feeling. And I would just be on top of it. Let's confirm this date night. Oh, stressing them out, the mental anxiety. There could be health issues. You could be going through a little bit of health anxiety, but I think it's them. It stresses them out. I'm hearing that your touch will destroy me. I should get those message cards. I feel this person is so worried they're going to lose themselves. It's the Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And it's like everyone around them had to come in and bring them and put them back together again. And I don't think this collective, you may know how much this affected this person and their mental health, or I should get tarot to see how this is actually, this separation affected them. They're stressed. Okay, but you think that they're self-involved because of their spying. So again, back to that string along. I don't think this person is this at all. Maybe this is some of the things you're posting. Maybe this person might think you think that about them, especially because they're in such deep reflection. Hold on, let's get one more. Or they could think you're a bit sorry. Sorry, it came to my mind. This person could think a little bit this about you. Hold on, I need to get emotion cards. Hold on a second. Whatever they're seeing, that's not good what it's triggering. Oh. Okay, so they're definitely longing, even through missing, yearning, pining, needing, wanting, nostalgia, craving, wishing. This is why they would be checking in. Their longing tempts them to, makes them angry. That's an important detail. It's an important detail. Angered, mad, annoyed, furious, outraged. And then the argumentative, the confrontational, going over the triggers, how you guys just always... There is something here, I feel it stems from jealousy. So because they long, then they come and check in on you, and then they see something that just pisses them off and it takes them 10 steps back. So it's like every time they want to come through and commit, or at least have communication so you guys can catch up and see each other, they see something that irritates them. That's their own fault. I always say you shouldn't pry. That actually creates evil eye energy, which creates karma. Then it's stop, boundary, don't move forward. This collective, I would be on top of it. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually have a feeling sometimes this person thinks you're too full of yourself. It triggers them. You clearly get attention. They would check your comments, your likes, they would check the people you're following, the people that follow you. They'd be on top of every little detail. Their own fault, because it creates so much scarcity in them. And then they've probably got... this says bored, but it says lost interest. If you are presenting happy-go-lucky, even that might irritate them. Maybe they think you've lost interest, which also stops them and holds them back, right? And this collective, you ain't moving. You yourself aren't putting effort into this anymore. So, but they're stuck in a rut, not tempered. They know they need a change, and it makes sense with the first part. This is such an important row, because this is what I wanted to get emotion to confirm with. So every time they want forgiveness, they see something. But I will say this, because divine intervention's at play. And did you see that light just brighten as I said it? Sign. The divine is playing with something here, because they're meant to be going into self-reflection. So even though it's stopping them coming through to you, it's transforming something within themselves. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise. But again, if whatever you're doing, I know I'm saying be on top of it, but it's clearly working in some form of way when it comes to emotional evolution for them, right? Is it working for your dynamic and them coming forward? Definitely not. But this collective, with what you're wanting, and you're wanting that Emperor energy, it's actually a good thing, I think. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Let's get one more. Oh, they think they're in limerence. And you guys think you're in Seven of Cups. Unhealthily attached. Limerence, fixation. They're obsessively focusing. I was not feeling that. That makes sense with why they're trying to reclaim their energy, and they're sick of feeling like the way that they're feeling the first part. They want their mental strength back. They want to set free from this fixation on you. They don't like it. They don't like it. Affectionate, the bond, the strong emotions, clinging on to the hope. This feels like love. I can't detach. I'm hooked on them. Oh. This person might be a bit of a control freak, because I feel, because they're not in control of how they feel, it angers them. But I'm going to be honest, I think they think from spying, that's a bit of your energy, my angels. Not that word, but the being a bit full of yourself. But it's because of the attention you get. And what triggers us, it's something we need to reflect on ourselves. So if they're thinking this of you, there is something they need to go within and reflect on what areas they may be a little bit too full of themselves with. Let's get one more for this. You got the caution. To spying. It's their own fault. They're finding out too much information. This says don't overwork yourself, but they overwork themselves to an extreme. Oh gosh. Okay, water sign through commitment, but also emotions running high. And cups in tarot is months. So maybe they've been thinking about this for months. You do have the clock there. But water sign could be important because that's Scorpio card as well. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, one more overall. Next 18 days. Or the 18th. Sign. Mark it in your calendar. The 18th or in 18 days, something will trigger them to come through. Compromise, forgive, work it out. So till then, I would just keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on self-evolution, healthier choices. If you want to, maybe stay on top of what you're posting, because I think this person tries not to spy, but it's like the universe. I think the universe gets them to spy because there's something clearly that's evolving them through what they're seeing. But at least you got this and not confession. And that is why that love call and the dragonfly is being activated in your heart space. Because you think there's an owl energy over this, that there needs to be a confession. That's another big detail here. I don't think you're right, this collective. I'm going to be honest. Okay. I just want to get 5 cards for how the universe is seeing this. And then I want to see what the universe wants you to surrender and what they're getting them to surrender. And then we're going to get their intentions and... Maybe I'll see how this person sees you as well. Oh my God, so they got the trust the divine. This is how the divine is seeing your connection. They're intervening. So the social media thing. Divine interventions at play, not just their life, in your dynamic. So the divine intervention, duality, trust in perfect timing. There's ascensions happening right now. Light codes, as above, so below, number 16. Divine feminine energy is being activated, but the moon, and that's being activated in them, that Empress energy. Your intuition, fantasy, romance, your psyche, affection, recognition, sensuality, divine feminine energy. 32 and 8. This is what triggers this collective. It's not that this person's stringing you along, it's that it's stale. It's the stalemate. Standoff, non-committal, no way out, the holding out, the delay tactics, refusing to compromise. But I don't even think you guys have had a conversation about compromise here. And competition, that's being activated for a reason. And it's clearly this person, they feel they're it's to work on their self-confidence. Number 6, 16th of June could be important. I was just going to get 5, but now I'm going to have to confirm these. Let's just get 5 for your top row. Okay, so this one's about letting it be right now. And I feel that. I think you need to focus. I was talking to myself. So the let it be, the no let it be, you're meant to think it's over. They're meant to think it's over because this detachment is creating contemplation. Through the silence, it's making you go within. Through the rest, it's making you self-reflect. It's completing something here. And holiday celebrations are very important detail because this main collective, you're thinking about it. You're that 3 of Cups, right? Don't make it fit. But the universe, this is your energy right now. So it makes sense with this card. Magic, alchemizing, magic in the air. This is my witchy poo card. Maybe you're both very magical right now, but you are alchemizing through the storm, especially when those blue cards fell out and through all the pain. The right collective, you're like a boss of some sort now, right? You're unbreakable. Watch the whole thing. But alchemizing, breaking things down, making something else, something great is what I'm getting from that. But let's confirm. The fact that that's my magic card, there could be a little bit of, I'm getting used to this. You've got to let me know if you guys like this angle or not. Okay. There could be some form of energy work, especially if you've been wanting to do like an egg cleanse or something. All right, divine intervention. Key. They're granting you a key. Solutions, clarity, insight, opening things up, unlocking things. They're making sure they're paying attention. You've got to, the universe would be giving you a lot of signs right now, different signs to what you normally get, but maybe you're pushing them away. 33 and 8. I did it again. I just literally talking to my phone till my phone goes dark, and then I realize did that. Hopefully that caught that. So underneath the divine feminine energy, you got the 20 card that came out, the only 20 card that there is. And as it came out, the light went brighter. I was like, sign, spewing. I was talking to myself. But I was also saying maybe you have found a key of recent. Just as a detail, I always say when you find a random key, it's opening a door for you. It's a good sign. But this romance, psyche, blah, 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 all of this stuff, divine partner mirror, heart chakra activation, which they're tapping into their Empress right now. Another awakening is happening, balancing the masculine and feminine energy within. Beautiful. Let's get one more. Head of the pack. So I've got a collective here, and I'm hearing it when I see these two, because they've come out literally one after another. You could be my collective in a very odd way. You believe that you and your person, it's like, I don't want to say it like you're in an arrogant way or anything, but you've had this download or you've had this channel. There's something you and your person, not the head of the pack, but there's something that you guys are really, really meant to achieve world-wise, right? So you guys really feel that, I don't want to say on top, the right collective, you'll know what I'm saying. But head of the pack, there's success coming, getting things going, leading the way, finishing first. This is the universe's perspective. The persistence and will to win. Just focus on this right now. If you think it's over, it's for a reason. It's creating. Oh, then my light just went off. Contemplation. Did you guys catch that light just turn off? It's not even dark. So as that came out, the light went brighter. And what was I just saying here when the light went off? Sign. That's like this. Oh my God, it did it again. Maybe it is running out of battery. Sign. Let's see. Can I turn? Is it running out of or is it too hot? Oh, if it goes off again, we're going to have to go with it. I've got 2 other ring lights, but it's not as bright as when that's on. Hold on a second. Okay, I've just put it on charge, so now we're going back to normal lights because I talk so much. My readings are too long. All right, this stalemate. Perfect timing. Trust. So the standoff, non-committal, all perfect timing with divine intervention. Isn't it funny? Anyone that watches me regularly, whenever divine intervention comes out, it always is paired with the clock. The clock comes out as well because those two are like the perfect match. And there's 132 cards in this. Perfect timing, culmination of all of the efforts, longevity, unstoppable. It'll stand the test of time. Relax. This is making sense. So even though the divine's working its magic, it's doing it through the emotional storm. So because this person would be getting karma, because this is clearly something they need to heal in their shadow, the way they're a little detective and they pry. I talk to you guys about this all the time. When you open Pandora's box, you're invading someone's privacy, right? You get karma for it. Their karma is having to believe that you're doing X, Y, and Z. So it's a lesson for them to learn to not to do that. So this would have affected your relationship in the past. This person would have had to have password, everything. They would have been on top of you, like just, right? It's a lesson of healing and it's a lesson of going within and self-reflecting, but they're not seeing the lesson completely right now because they're angry at you for what they're seeing, right? They need to realize if they weren't doing this, because it's literally creating roadblocks between you guys and this collective you don't even know. The divine works in very magical ways. So underneath, let it be. This is what you need to let be and let go of and reflect. This snake behavior, the stringing along, the deception. You both feel this way towards one another, both of you. The snake came out underneath, let it be. This is counterproductive for both of you. Sorry, I'm just re-explaining because my bloody phone stopped again. So it's counterproductive for both of you. This is why you both are so triggered by one another, because neither of you are talking about how you think each other. We're just an option. They think you're doing this, you think they're doing that. This needs to be let go of, right? This is why you need that dragon's flight energy in this next point of communication. You're both not seeing this correctly, and you're both holding a grudge against one another for no reason. Watch from the beginning. That needs to be let go of. The deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, silent treatment, like all of this stuff, it's toxic. This is what makes your communication so bad, because neither of you have gotten vulnerable about the intensity you feel for one another. Or even if you have, it's not believed, right? Because this person literally has painted you as the Empress. You could have whoever you want, and they check your socials, and then God knows what they find on this collective socials. Watch from the beginning. This doesn't work in your dynamic. You both really need to believe wholeheartedly in this row. This feminine, divine feminine, the twin flame card, head of the pack. That's what you need to do. Divine intervention's trying to give you solutions through this. But the magic, the alchemy, you're creating anchor energy. So that Emperor energy that you're wanting right now, it's being created, but you think it's in Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Don't be negative. Stable, enduring, solid, steady. Just let go and focus on yourself. Persevering, willpower, long-lasting. You've got two about long-lasting, longevity. Persistence, that will to win, right? Just believe. Through all the destiny, spirituality, the divine guidance, through the trials, tribulations, sorrow, it was all a necessity. It might not be the clearest perspective, because if it's being ignited in that either the 18th or 18 days, right now they're still trying to get in control of how they feel, right? Watch from the beginning. But let's see. Oh, that's visionary that wanted to come out. So they are thinking about the future. You want to hope they're not desanitizing or desensitizing, sorry. Oh, that card always makes me sad. Maybe this is what they're reflecting on now, though, with all the internal emotion they're going through. Oh, this card came out the other day. I was always so hot and cold with you, and I know that was confusing. Our connection was too much for me to handle, and that was the only way I could deal with it. Number 85, Cancer, could be an important sign. This card, I'm working on my self-worth, huge part of this reading. They know they need to. And part of their self-worth, again, it's getting triggered by socials. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because of it. I thought I didn't deserve it. That's sad. Number 29. So they're starting to... That's good. The time, and your first card in the black deck was the clock. Time is ticking. So they know... It's why they really want to know. It's that compass energy. It's like that, because your touch will destroy the... Oh, I've got to get that deck. They really want to make sure they're making the right decision before they move forward. I'm trying to be patient. Number 9. I want to return, and I want you to return to me. Being apart from you feels like eternity. Okay. Okay, another detail, don't make it fit. So underneath this, why they were hot and cold, there's definitely something about emotional mature, like the way you guys would converse, 100% for this collective. but you've got age difference here. So this is an actual twinny collective. That could be your societal issue, but maybe this is why they were hot and cold with you as well. The age was really confronting for them. You may not have thought that, or it could have been confronting for you. I know there is a huge age gap between us, and some may even object because of that. However, we are so similar in so many ways, regardless of our differences. When they think about this, they think about the age, maybe as well, where it's the values. Do you align? Especially if you do have a big age gap. You could be wanting X, Y, and Z. Maybe they're not ready for X, Y, and Z. And even in the past, if they promised you that they were ready for X, Y, and Z, maybe they never really were. It makes sense with why they really want to make sure they're making the right decision. They clearly know, especially if it is that deviation, what you're wanting out of life. I don't think this person wants to hurt you. They definitely don't want to feel hurt themselves anymore. Memory, don't make it fit. So this, when they pushed you away, November the 7th, from September the 22nd, November the 6th, to November the 7th to December 21st. Important detail. So they pushed you away because they didn't think they deserved it, but this is what they're reflecting on. They didn't know it in the moment, but clearly there was something that was getting too intense and they were like, I can't deal with it. Makes sense with this time, but it has been a while. Odious opinions underneath time is ticking, and what I was saying is that clearly there was opinions that also put the time and the distance here, and because I don't think they ever knew in the moment this energy. I think it's just now. So because they were in this energy, if they knew it or not, people's opinions, the blocks here, it just validated why they were staying away. It's only now they're in deep reflection. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. Let's get one more. Oh, soulmate. It's nice. This is the compass energy. They're really reflecting on it. I feel you are my equal. You make me want to be a better person. That I agree for this collective. That first part was actually a little bit refreshing, that we have someone here connected to a collective actually going through deep self-reflection. Not just for you, but also myself. You challenge me to change and grow. You're magical and powerful. You've broken them free from their box. That's good. I want to get these little cards. These are like one of my, hold on. These are one of the first message card decks. This deck actually made me get into oracles because I used to just be avidly tarot. So this is a very magical deck. I very, very rarely use it, but this was one of the first message decks that I ever got. And yeah, it really changed my reading style. Okay, let's see what this person wants to say to you. Okay, my love for you is without bound. I do believe that. No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. So they really are fine. I always say the right love inspires us to grow and change. So back to the universe's part, the spy part, right? I said in an odd way, it might feel like what they're seeing is bad for your connection because it's pushing them away, but it's making them grow. So it's, again, it's a blessing in disguise. And this collective, deep down, they're not ready for commitment. So this is where they freak out about making the right choice. Are they really ready? So it just confirms this person doesn't want to hurt you. They don't want to string you along, right? Watch from the beginning, because that's a big grievance for this collective, right? Just don't, you're not seeing their silence right. You think it's them playing games. It's them really working out what they want in life, especially if you have an age difference, right? I always say you can't put life into someone. You can't put years into someone. So, again, watch from the beginning. You leave me breathless and without words. This is that Empress that came out. I don't think anyone lights them up and inspires them like you do. That's not it at all. And I remember I specifically said in the very first part of this, they're not a commitment phobe. I remember saying that. Right, collective, you remember me saying that. I think it's because of all of their scarring, because of the opinions, because they're now reflecting on the fragmentation of the soul. I don't think they've completely come out of this. I think this person thinks they're a commitment phobe because probably since they haven't aligned to another connection. They've probably been bound to situationships, but it's because they needed to heal, right? They needed to heal their heart. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. I specifically said this person doesn't feel like someone that has commitment issues, right? So the fact that this has come out, this is a big card here, because I just think you leave this person breathless and they're just scared to lose themselves in love. That's with you because it's happened before. I desire you deeply and internally, and it drives them crazy. It drives them crazy. It's going to be intriguing to see what confirms this one. My love for you is without bound. So no one compares. The kindness in your heart is so beautiful. This is odd because I do think this person thinks you're kind. They're seeing you as an empress, but there's something you do that pisses them off. There's something you do that really irritates them. One more. Don't think I don't care about you, because I really do. It's their silence that sets confusion here. I don't know what to say. I want to follow you through all universes and time. I may have said this to you before. I'm not ready for commitment. What's this one? I did it again. So underneath, no one lights me up and inspires me like you do. I want to follow you through all time and all universes. And I said they might have said this to you before. And then this, I'm not ready for commitment. I didn't fall in love with you because I've always been in love with you and I always will be. So again, it's that they love you too much. I don't think this person's been able to move on since you. So that string along, again, watch from the beginning. You guys are both just making a mountain out of a molehill in your brain. Have they tried? Yeah, I definitely think this person's tried, but hasn't been successful. I miss your sunshine in my life so much. So you did have a lot of happy times then. I was feeling a lot of roadblocks when I was first reading this. It's good. Oh. It's like we're star-crossed lovers, the twin flame journey. Will we ever make it work? So this, I desire you deeply and internally. You've clearly, it's your communication. I feel you guys just can get very, when you guys talk. And it upsets them. I'm hearing this. I feel this person thinks you don't understand them and you feel like they don't understand you. But I think when you guys were first together, you understood each other at such a deep level. It's like kind of what happened. I'm hearing that specifically. So maybe this collective, you've had that specific thought pattern. Where did that acceptance go of one another? Yeah, sad. Let's just get two more. Oh, one just fell. I feel so much joy with you. I'm like a kid again, and I live for your smile and I would die for your kiss. So you had a childlike connection, very fun. Maybe it was quite spontaneous, but this person, they would have complimented your smile or the way you guys would, you know, kiss. They think about it. The card I was wanting to see, it didn't, I was seeing a specific card, it didn't come out. What I would give, so your hair as well, what I would give to run my fingers through your hair. So maybe you were that couple just always kind of touching each other again, kissing each other. I'm seeing two people cuddling on a couch there. I'm burning with passion for you. Let's get one more. 2 more. I have 3 more. I have no kindness for your words and generous. There is something about your kind heart and your beautiful soul they really reflect on. Our connection is so beautiful, but it's also painful and confusing as hell. You both think that. And thank you for your beautiful light and energy in my life. There is so much about your light and your energy, and I think there's so much positivity because they're growing from you, but there's definitely things that trigger them as well. But it's clearly meant to be in this part of your journey. It's part of your divine intervention. All right. I'm just going to get a couple. We haven't used our divine truth in a while, and then I'm going to get tarot for what's coming in that 18 days or the 18th. Oh, expression, and that's what happened with the purple cards too. Okay, right now. Oh, okay. You got the left on red. I'm just going back to feeling strung along. Maybe you finally did open up and get vulnerable and they kind of just went ghost. But again, they weren't giving you fake promises, which is good. Left on red. I'm not sure how to respond to your messages at times, so I just go quiet. But they are thankful for you. I'm thankful I think it's again the growth. This is to have you in there. It's what they're viewing from you. It's good. Oh, your psychic abilities. Maybe that's some of the things they see here. Your intuition scares me. How much do you really know about me? This could be part of your socials. I've got a few collectives here. You do this online. Texting, but wanting to text you. So it's brewing now. So this is them trying to push it away right now. And I always say this, when someone's fixated and focusing and it's bubbling, especially for the 18 to come out, that means is this person's been bubbling on this and is going to be bubbling on this for quite a while. It's going to be like an explosion of emotion when it comes through. Okay, they're shattered. Confused. This left on red has really confused and shattered them. But the thing is, it's breaking down their old habits now and they're becoming a better version of themselves. Whatever you said here last, it clearly planted some seeds, but it put them into a very deep confusion, clearly. So you've got perfect pair underneath, thankful, but they're stressed. I'm going to sneeze. Phew, bless me. I'm emotionally drained to the point I'm beginning to shut down. This is why they're trying to really get a hold of their mental health right now. We are perfect for one another, but it stresses them out. The psychic abilities. Oh, this is good. So they're being divine intervention. So whatever they're drawn to with this, even though it's triggering the shit out of them, it's my spirit guide's helping to assist in this divine connection with new insights. They don't know this yet. But this trigger about this, it's actually helping them grow. I've said it a few times. Whatever they're seeing, they think they hate it, but it's growing them. And there's that expression and texting. Last row. It will come, my angels. Just let them bubble. I don't think they're planning something here, but they will plan something here. I want the whole world to know you're mine and only mine. That's not good. That's their jealousy. Okay, enchanted's wanting to... I believe that with this collective. All right, let's get tarot. So we're going to do... So how they're going to approach, your advice here, and then what the outcome will be. Oh, they're being fussy. Oh, King of Wands, that's really good. So they're going to come in confident, honorable, conquering when they decide to come in. healing through the silence, so the universe's part, right? So when they come through Aces, I hope that's upright. I do think they're going to come, you're going to see a different version of themselves. I think they're going through, I always say that Four of Swords, it's 3 over the mind, 1 up the behind. Once those swords raise and you're seeing a clearer day and you've reconciled those things from the past and like within, it just creates this force of energy and movement. And I do think when this person comes in, it's not even just having this conquering honorable energy towards you. I think they're going to take control of the situation, and I think they're going to talk about, because this is what they're going through right now, all of that in-depth self-discovery, understanding their fixation and obsession, how it's not healthy. It's like I think this person, it's not just wanting to with you, it's I feel there's accountability for their wrongs as well, and just I'm seeing a very deep reflection, and I've been seeing it in their energy through this whole reading, which is really beautiful. A higher level of consciousness, this says. Oh gosh, the lovable rogue. It could be very spontaneous. Harvest season. Oh, it's good you've got this here, because I think that's how it's leading, but I do think this is more their personality type, and I do believe when it comes in it's spontaneous because they're brewing on it now, so they've been thinking about it so long. I think when they come in it's going to be a spontaneous entry, and I do think they've got something planned. We explained it the other day. He's just very, thinks of something, thinks about going across the world. I'm going to do it. I'm going to book a ticket. Does it straight away. Just very kind of childlike, free-spirited. Just, I feel this person, the way they come through, it's infectious, it's spontaneous, it's captivating. It's like, oh, I think this collective, you're really going to, especially with this strength behind it, like if they're wanting to conquer you, and remember the planning card came out, I think once this person makes their mind up, I am hearing it. I feel like they're going to want to make up for a little bit of lost time. I do think with these two, even though it's going to come in like it's very kind of off the cuff, they've been thinking, they just fell on me. Ace of Wands, very passionate. Rebirth. The Death card. I feel they've been thinking about it for so long, which they have, right? So it's going to feel very kind of like, huh? But I think this has been germinating and trickling in. It's just when that decision is made, and that's clearly coming from up above. Now, I do think intention behind them, though, is long-term investment. So even though they're going to come in very strong, I do think this person, they feel kind of childlike. They feel kind of lighthearted. I don't think this person's going to be pushing commitment and this and that, but that date night and card that came, I do think it's going to be more, this person's really going to want to invest the time to see if you guys can come onto the same page. But you, as a collective, need to let them lead, right? But I do still think they're going to be highly receptive of friction and stuff. And if they're taking accountability and they're starting to reflect, and you as a collective don't do the same, I don't think it's going to work well. Because you got to remember this card with the spy, they already have a little seed that you're a little bit full of yourself, right? In the nicest way. Watch the whole thing. But Saturn's gift, a big reward through hard work, and I think that's their biggest thing. They know it's going to need dedication, they know it's going to need hard work. They're not expecting it to just all fall into place, and this collective, you shouldn't be thinking that it should just fall into place either. At least they know, and they're going to activate with the strength to be consistent, right? But I do think you've got a little free spirit coming towards you, so that reminds me of an energy that cannot be caged, right? Which means as a collective you would be the same. Oh, be careful. I don't like that. One more. King of Swords. Oh, no, that's good. Oh, my God. You've got the pairing. Don't lead with passion. Oh, you guys could be highly attracted to one another. You could be a very attractive couple, you two. Okay, that's good that that's over that. I do think this person is going to come in definitely confident. I think they're seeing you as this, because there's something here. I think you've knocked this person's confidence in the past. Maybe they know you're someone that really likes that confident, conquering approach as well. And she is a leader, right? She doesn't take shit. She knows her worth. And I'm seeing, because a big theme of this person has really been reflecting on self-worth and insecurities. I think you're going to see it in them, and I think it's going to make you melt a little bit, right? I'm just seeing a very confident energy, not a cold energy, not a sarcastic energy, not unbending, and maybe this is what you've seen in the past. I do think this person's wanting victory towards you and triumph. But when I'm reading love and approach of love, I've allocated this as the declaration of love. So I do think they're going to declare their emotion with passion, confidence. And again, just this, look at those wands. It's going to be very passionate. But what's driving them is the success of it, right? They want the success of it because they're finally, when they're entering, are standing firm in what they want, right? Where this collective, and this is where you've had a misconception that this person's been string, they've never declared anything. For the right collective, since you've had your initial separation, yeah, again, you might have had a check-in, but this person's never spoken up, right? They've never spoken up about how they see you, what they want from this, and kind of really tried to conquer you again. For the right collective, it's a big detail here. And I do think it's going to blow you away. I think their confidence is, but yet this innocence and this free spirit, I think, I feel this collective, you're going to like this approach. Anyway, what's your advice here? Oh my God, you got the pair. This is my pairing in separate. Don't you be mean. Don't move with clouded vision. I think this was you guys in the past with one another because it was so triggering. Don't you? You've got the fire pairing here and the air pairing here. That could be your pairings. You could be double signs. Don't be this. She's calculating. She's easily influenced because of clouded vision. And your clouded vision, we've talked about through this whole reading. You're not seeing things correctly. You're holding on to resentment. And maybe some resentment that you shouldn't be holding on to. It's your choice that you've waited, right? This person hasn't given you false promises. 10 of Cups. Remember what this is. This could be a fairy tale ending here. And 9 of Cups. So you got the progression. Be emotionally centered. Be smart though. Be in stillness. I always say the Cups journey is hard, but don't bring up past version because you both, this is what creates the blocks. This is beautiful. Be still, emotionally mature, centered, be calm, right? Marriage, stability, security, happy family, fairy tale ending, long-lasting relationship. Just, it's that dragonfly energy. Just be lighthearted, right? Don't get trapped in the mind. The paralyzing fear, the paranoia. As soon as you lose power, you start to go in the mind. If you're not taking it at face value and you don't trust in what they're saying, you need to take accountability for your trigger and your overwhelm. And you just need to be transparent. Half of me feels this, and then the other half, I just can't get past my mind and my overthinking. I need a bit of time, or blah, blah, blah. You've got to remember this person is thinking long-term investment, right? So they know there needs to be hard work. So then see the hard work, but you yourself need to make the effort. You both need to make the effort. Don't be sitting in your ivory tower or your high horse. You've got to remember this person feels like an option too. You both need to put equal effort into one another. And if you aren't feeling safe to do that, voice it. Don't hold it back and wear a mask, right? Don't rush this, be realistic, but remember what you're really wanting out of this dynamic. This comes over you when your paranoia comes over you. It's funny, it's kind of 50-50. You're one of my collectives. It really comes down to you and how you deal with it. Because this person Even though there's this strength, there's still uncertainty in them as well. So they've still got the capability to be this King of Swords in reverse, just how you've got the capability to be the Queen of Swords in reverse. Just remember that. With this Sun, I feel you need to be, I'm just hearing authentic. I do think you will have a good outcome if it's equal. Like I said, it has to be equal here, Hierophant. Equal give and take. Don't put yourself in an ivory tower. That could go either way. Because if they're not feeling valued or you're not feeling valued, it all comes down to the reciprocated kind of energy with one another. I do think you could have a very happy ending here. But there needs to be authenticity. Complete transparency and definitely illumination of emotion. Let it be good or bad. You guys need to learn how to communicate vulnerabilities. Shadow is going to come up. And it's the, will you get stuck in the mental prison? Oh, this is a tough one. I don't think your outcome is set in stone here. I think your shadow is this, your triggered state, but they've still got it within them as well. It all comes down to these two here. And if you get stuck in the mental prison and you're not talking about it, and this is why they're going through this lesson now, first part, you're not talking about it, and then it turns into this energy, you're not going to go anywhere. It's going to be very triggering again. It's your communication. It could end up being toxic again, especially if you try and rush it. Oh, that just flew on me. 8 of Wands. As we said it, as you try and rush it, don't 8 of Wands it and trust in the Magician energy. Let the action come to the table. I would be making any quick decisions. I do think if you guys can get over this, trust in the universal flow, let it flow, right? Don't try and rush anything. Both make the effort towards one another. Have mental strength over you as well. I think, again, the communication. I do think you guys have potential to really take it off, but I do think this could be a detriment too if you try and take off too quickly, right? It'll just make you guys stress too much. You've got to build your bond back. You've got to build your foundation back. Stillness, patience, let it come to you, right? Even though this person's going to come in thinking long-term investment, I feel this person wants to just kind of sweep you off your feet. But I think this person's going to be just as nervous to see you and try and rush it than probably even more than this collective. So even though I'm seeing this kind of energy, maybe you need a bit of spontaneity too. Are you an avid planner? You need to know what's coming or what's coming here. Are we going to do, like, I think you both need to have a bit of spontaneity here and not be planning certain things too quickly. And I think you guys need to kind of, again, build that bridge here. This is a hard one because that can trap anyone into obsession, and especially this collective. You clearly have a habit to get paranoid and start to cloud your vision with your overthinking, which is going to create chaos. That's it. You can see your dynamic in separation. You both have done that to a point. You've literally created a mountain between you guys because then you don't talk about it. So of course you're going to be tested with it. One more. Did it again. I was talking to myself. So you had Chariot at the bottom, Ace of Cups with, there was another card here. Or maybe it was just those two. I said if you can't, and Two of Wands. Two of Wands came out with the future plannings, decisions. I said don't rush it. I said if you can't trust in the pure intention here, if you're coming from a place of insecurity, not true intuition, gut instinct, flash, not your overthinking, right? If you guys can't talk about this and trust that you're on the journey, obstacles will be removed, especially with clear, transparent communication. You guys are going to hit a roadblock. You need to learn how to speak to each other at a deep level and not internalize everything into just this explosive kind of kettle fuming energy. And then the littlest thing triggers you both into this energy. And you guys just become mean and cutthroat, both of you. Your biggest hurdle to kind of make it work is how you guys, again, you guys can get deep. I'm hearing that you could be your own worst enemy, this collective. Even this person, I think you both can self-destruct and self-sabotage because of insecurities, both of you. But your golden elixir. Trust. You've got your golden glow. The communication bell through the perseverance. Could have just bought a new pet collar. Lucky's on your side. Through the perseverance. Elephants. Citrine. Good luck, good fortune. Labradorite. New beginning in love. If you let it. Just don't repeat your past cycles. Golden butterfly. If you see you're repeating old behavior, talk about it. And P. 69, angel number. 66. 20th of the 6th, or I just flipped that to the 7th, 20th of the 7th, 16th of the 7th, 7, and 5th of the 6th. 15th of the 1st, 101, angel number, or 1st of the 10th, 10th of the 1st, 10, 6th of the 10th, 10th of the 6th, 7th of the 4th, 4th of the 7th, 76. Oh, and that just rolled all the way over there to 6. 16's important because that's come out again. All right, my loves. I love you guys. Again, let me know if you like this or if you want me to go back to the old way. Love you.